Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you with us because, well, we're doing something a little bit different today, and honestly, incredibly practical. We are going to virtually unbox a really specific, highly valuable business asset. Look, if you're involved in operations, quality management, or product development, you already know that building compliant processes from absolute scratch is, frankly, completely daunting. It's a massive headache. Well, today we're looking at a literal masterclass in skipping that blank page altogether. We're digging right into Bizmanualz project planning procedure ISO 9001-2015. We're going to crack this document wide open, see exactly what's inside the whole shebang, and figure out how it can fundamentally transform the way your organization approaches project planning.
Okay, let's dive into this. Right up front, let's establish exactly what we're looking at here. This isn't some vague textbook on business theory, and is definitely not a generic lecture on project management. Nope, this is a specific, ready-made compliance tool. The product is the Project Planning Procedure for ISO 9001-2015, the SKU is QP1090, and the price tag is exactly $49.99. I mean, think about that for just a second. For less than the cost of taking a client out for a quick business lunch, you're getting a highly focused, meticulously engineered document that is designed to just plug right into your company's quality management system.
But that begs a really important question, doesn't it? You've got to ask yourself, who exactly is this built for? Is it for the frontline worker? Is it for the CEO? Understanding the precise buyer profile is absolutely crucial to grasping the sheer utility of a document like this. So who wakes up in the morning and realizes they desperately need SKU QP1090?
Well, the target audience is actually highly focused. It's purpose-built for companies actively seeking or trying to maintain their ISO 9001-2015 certification. But getting down to a human level, it's really designed for project managers, compliance officers, and operations executives. These are the leaders and managers tasked with a monumental challenge, right? They need to rapidly standardize project management processes across all their teams. And let's be real, they literally cannot afford to waste weeks or even months arguing over formatting, or worse, missing critical compliance steps because they tried to start from scratch. They need a proven framework, and they need it today.
And when I say a framework, I really want you to understand the sheer scale of what we're talking about here. Let's metaphorically open this document up. This procedure is 26 pages long and packs in exactly 6,590 words. That perfectly illustrates the comprehensive scale and substantial value of this B2B asset. Just to put that into perspective for a second, if you asked a consultant or even an internal task force to draft a nearly 7,000-word ISO-compliant procedure, how many billable hours would that take? How many endless meetings? This manual basically delivers all of that heavy lifting instantly, giving you a really dense, rigorously structured foundation for your product development.
So, you're probably wondering, what is actually inside those 26 pages? Well, it starts exactly where any solid standard operating procedure should, with definitions. The manual lays the groundwork first, perfectly aligning your team on key ISO definitions right out of the gate. For instance, it defines a product simply and clearly as anything offered to a market that could satisfy a stated or unstated want or need. It even defines industry terms like a rough cut, which is just the first draft of a plan or article that'll be followed by refinement iterations. By standardizing this vocabulary before the actual work even begins, it totally eliminates that internal friction and miscommunication that so often derails cross-functional projects. It's like making sure everyone is finally singing from the same sheet music.
Let's move to and see how this builds into actionable steps. The manual walks you through the core project planning activities, laying out a definitive 5-step procedure. It starts with product needs identification, moves to project definition, conducts a project definition review, then building the project plan, and finally, reviewing the project plan. Now, what makes this so incredibly powerful is that it practically forces the organization to thoroughly assess the potential impacts of a new product, or even a product update, on all aspects of the company. It makes sure you're factoring in production, sales, marketing, and IT in total conformance with ISO 9001-2015, all before a single dollar is spent on development.
And this brilliantly illustrates that the manual isn't just a bunch of theory. It equips you with concrete, ready-to-use tools. The procedure actually includes the forms you need, most notably the vital project plan document itself. You aren't just given a set of instructions on how to build a plan, you are literally handed the exact architectural blueprint to fill out. This ensures that every single time your company initiates a new product update, the documentation looks exactly the same, captures the exact same metrics, and seamlessly passes an ISO audit without breaking a sweat.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the manual handles the human element. Because let's face it, a process is only ever as good as the people executing it, right? This manual strictly defines job responsibilities to ensure absolute accountability across the board.
It categorizes the workload into 3 distinct tiers: the project development team, the project manager, and top management. There is absolutely no gray area here. Everyone knows exactly whose desk the buck stops at.
Let's break those roles down exactly as the manual outlines them. The project development team, they're the engine. They gather, document, analyze, and report the information that identifies the need for new or enhanced products. Then the project manager takes the wheel. They create the project description, identify the resources required, and once it's approved, they manage the implementation and any changes along the way. Finally, top management serves as the ultimate gatekeeper, holding the heavy responsibility to review and formally approve or reject those project plans. This structure just proves the immediate operational clarity this document brings to a team. I mean, it entirely eliminates that classic, "Oh, I thought you were handling that" excuse.
Okay, let's pivot from what this product is to how it actually functions as a massive time saver for your daily operations. This isn't some lockdown PDF or a clunky proprietary software you have to spend weeks learning. It's an instant download delivered straight to you as editable Microsoft Word templates. What does that mean for you? It means it's fully customizable to your specific company. You download it, you pop it open in Word, you swap in your company logo, maybe adjust a few specifics to match your unique internal culture, and boom, you instantly have a mature, compliant project planning procedure ready for deployment.
And hey, if you're still wondering if this ready-made approach will actually fit your organization's specific needs, Bizmanualz totally removes the friction with a 30-day money-back guarantee. This is incredibly reassuring for the buyer, isn't it? It demonstrates extreme confidence in the product's ability to actually simplify your compliance journey. You can literally download the manual, review the 26 pages of procedures, forms, and job descriptions with your team, and ensure it aligns perfectly with your ISO goals, entirely risk-free, no strings attached.
So, the crucial point is summarized perfectly right here in this quote from the product's description. Streamline your project planning processes and ensure that all projects are executed in compliance with ISO 9001:2015 standards. That right there is the ultimate bottom line benefit. It's not just about buying a document. You're buying speed, you're buying certainty, and you're guaranteeing accelerated ISO compliance for all your new and updated products going forward. It takes a complex, frankly annoying regulatory hurdle and transforms it into a standardized, repeatable daily habit.
Which brings us to our final takeaway for today. You've seen exactly what is inside the box. You know it has the procedures, the exact forms, the defined job descriptions, and the formatting flexibility to save you weeks of frustrating work. The clear next step is to download QP1090 today for $49.99 at bizmanualz.com. Honestly, it is an incredibly small investment for a massive upgrade in your operational clarity. Which leaves you with one final question to ask yourself and your team. Are you going to keep wasting valuable hours struggling to prepare a plan from scratch, or are you ready to instantly implement a proven system and finally get to work executing with total confidence?